People have been killed, and thousands of people have been arrested, and they are all going in Karen State, Shan State, and Kachin State. I would like to say the same thing that you are asking for, which is stop the military attack in Karen State, stop the military attack in Kachin State, and stop the military attack in Shan State. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stefan. Appreciate it very much. Okay, we're going to
ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်ဗမာပြည်တလွှားမှာဖြစ်ပေါ်နေတဲ့ဆန္ဒပြမှုလေးတွေကြောက်ဆုံးသွားတဲ့ရဲဘော်အားလုံးကြောက်ဆုံးသွားတဲ့ပြည်သူအားလုံးကြောက်ဆုံးသွားတဲ့ကြောင်သားအားလုံးကြောက်ဆုံးသွားတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့အရက်ကအားလုံးကိုဒီနေ့ကနေပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့အလေးပြုပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေ့မပြီးသေးတဲ့တော်လန်ရေးကိုတိုင်းရင်းသားဒေသမှာပဲဖြစ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်တွင်းတစ်ခုလုံးမှာပဲဖြစ်ရုပ်ကန်နေစေဆိုတာအားလုံးအသိဖြစ်တယ်ဒါတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ပူပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်ရမယ်တူတူလှုပ်လှုပ်ကြရမယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဆီအာနာရှင်ကိုပြုတ်ကြတဲ့အထိကျွန်တော်တို့ကြိုးစားလှုပ်ဆောင်သွားဖို့အားလုံးကျွန်တော်တိုက်တွန်းချင်တယ်ဒီနေ့အားလုံးကျွန်တော်ထပ်ပြီးတော့ပြောချင်တာကကျွန်တော်တို့အားလုံးဟာလက်တလန်းသွားနေတာဖြစ်တယ်ဗမာပြည်ကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အမတန်စစ်မှန်တဲ့ဖက်ဒရယ်ပြည်တော်စုတည်ဆောက်ဖို့အားလုံးဆန္ဒရှိတဲ့အတိုင်းကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီကလှုပ်ဆောင်ကြဖို့လိုတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲကျွန်တော်တို့သွေးမကွဲပဲနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့နားလည်မှုရှိလက်တွဲဖို့လိုတယ်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်နိုင်ငံတကာမှာရောက်နေတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့တိုင်းသားအားလုံးတော့လကောကရင်အားလုံးတော့လကောဒီတွင်းမှာရောက်ရှိနေထိုင်ကြတဲ့ဘယ်နေရာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ဘယ်နိုင်ငံပဲဖြစ်ကျွန်တော်တို့နားလည်မှုရှိအလုပ်လုပ်ဖို့လိုတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပန်းနိုင်ကိုမြောက်ရောက်အောင်ခြိတက်ဖို့လိုတယ်ကြောက်ဆောင်သွားတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲဘော်တွေကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်ငံသားတွေကျွန်တော်တို့အရသာပြည်သူတွေအားလုံးအတွက်သစ္စာရှိနဲ့လိုအားတဲ့နေရာကျွန်တော်တို့တနိုင်ငံလုံးလုံးမြောက်ဖို့အတွက်ကြိုးစားဆောင်ရွက်ကြဖို့ဒီနေရာနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တိုက်တွန်းချင်တယ်အားလုံးကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်
10th April 2021, Global Day of Action for People Fleeing War in Burma. Statement by Karen Community of Canada. On this day, Karen communities in Canada and in cities around the world have gathered for a Global Day of Action for People Fleeing War in Burma, Myanmar. Today's protest brings attention to ongoing Burmese military operations, including aerial bombing, attacks in our homeland of Karen State, as well as the military atrocity crimes across Burma. The human rights situation in Burma today is deteriorating and urgent. The lack of a robust and coordinated international response to ongoing atrocities has emboldened the Burmese military to act with impunity as it intensifies attacks on indigenous ethnic communities, including the Kachin and Karen. In Karen State, the military has launched deadly airstrikes on villages in Mudro, Pabon, and Klolitu, Nyalai Bay districts, where many Karen people in Canada come from. We are deeply concerned for the safety of our relatives and family members who remain there. Daily airstrikes in Karen State from March 27 to April 1 have killed 90 people and injured at least 27 more. The airstrikes have destroyed homes, health clinics, a mining operation, and 3 high schools. These indiscriminate attacks and deliberate destruction of civilian property constitute war crimes. More than 20,000 Karen villagers have fled their homes and are hiding in the forest. Among the displaced are pregnant women, elders, and patients evacuated from clinics when the bombing started. Displaced people are in urgent need of food, clothing, shelter, and medical supplies. As the Special Advisory Council on Myanmar has stated, these are the action of a terrorist organization, not a legitimate national military. Across Burma, the military brutal crackdown on protesters and unprovoked attacks on civilians continue to escalate. As of April 8th, the Assisted Association of Political Prisoners, Burma, reports that the Burma Army has killed 640 people, including 48 children, and detained 2,857 people. We are very concerned for the safety of all detainees. There are numerous reports of torture and death of protesters in military custody, violating the United Nations Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, or Degrading Treatment or Punishment. In addition to large air attacks on civilians in current state, the Burmese military continues to send ground troops into territories controlled by the Karen National Union, KNU. Burmese soldiers continue to fire heavy artillery at villages. On April 2nd, a mortar shell hit and killed 55-year-old Nomuto and wounded her husband. Nomuto lives behind 6 children. Another villager was killed by artillery fire on April 8th. The Burmese military attacks and ongoing occupation of Karen village land makes it impossible for hundreds of thousands of Karen refugees and internally displaced persons IDPs to return to their villages and ancestral lands. More than 2,000 newly displaced Karen villagers crossed into Thailand, where Thai authorities forced them back despite ongoing aerial attacks. Civilians who have fled military attacks require urgent international humanitarian assistance and protection. The Thai authority must affirm their commitment to the principle of non-refoulement and the internationally recognized rights of refugees. Recommendation to the Canadian government to support peace and human rights in Burma. 1. Publicly condemn all acts of violence and human rights abuses by the Burmese military. We ask Canada and the international community to demand that the Burmese military immediately stop attacks on civilians, including airstrikes on Karen villages. 2. Maintain, enforce, and strengthen targeted economic sanctions. Sanctions should apply to all military-connected companies and economic sectors as recommended by the United Nations Fact-Finding Mission on Myanmar and Justice for Myanmar. Canada should investigate Ariban Menashi of Dixon and Madison, Canada, for possible contravention of Special Economic Measures Burma regulations. 3. Seek a global arms embargo. In addition to maintaining Canada arms embargo, the Canadian government should seek a comprehensive international ban on the sale and shipment of weapons and military equipment to Burma, including dual-purpose equipment that can be repurposed for military use. 4. Ensure accountability for human rights violations. Urge members of the UN Security Council to refer perpetrators to the International Criminal Court for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. Immediately dispatch an international monetary body to Burma. 5. Designate the Burma Army Thermidor as a terrorist organization. The Special Advisory Council for Myanmar has called the military nothing more than an armed terrorist group. The military should be added to Canada listed terrorist entities. 6. Promote